What we have to do now is work on the view for inquiry detail. So let me remove everything that we have here. And the first thing is, if we go to our inquiry controller, what are we passing to the view here? We are passing an inquiry view model. So I'll define that model here, which is inside rocky_model.viewModels.inquiryViewModel. Then we'll be using HTML and CSS, and for that, like always, I have provided the snippet for inquiry details view. We'll copy this, come back here, and I'll paste it. Everything you see here is HTML and CSS, and it has nothing to do with ASP.NET Core or tag helpers. Once we have this in place, let's run the application and take a look at the styling that we have. So in here, we'll go to the inquiry, and now if we click on the details with the ID, we get an error message. And the reason you can see right here is the spelling mistake. Since that is static string, if we go back to inquiry controller, it should be product. Let's run it and it should work smoothly now. If we go to inquiry here and if we go on details, great, you can see we have name, phone, email, and inquiry date. We also have two buttons, one to convert to cart and one to delete. Delete, as expected, will delete the complete inquiry. Convert to cart, what it will do is whatever products there are in the inquiry, it will add them directly to the shopping cart, so that admin can modify those and place an order on behalf of the customer. This is like an add-on helper for admin users. So first let me populate all of the details, and we need a for each loop to display all the products. So we'll switch back here while the application is running. We'll go back to our details, and in order summary, inside the form method post, we need a hidden property. We need input, hidden ASP4 tag helper. What we want to hide is inquiry header.id so that we can use it inside the post action to retrieve this. So we'll add that first thing over here. Then we have a button here to go back to the inquiry list. So for that, we just need to define the action method here, which is index. You can define the controller name, but since it is in the same controller, that is not needed. Then we have the pickup details and we have name. So we can use our tag helper ASP4 and we'll go into inquiry header. We have full name. Let me copy this and I'll paste it here. For the phone, we have the phone number. Then we have the email. We'll paste it one more time for email. Lastly, we have the inquiry date, which is a read-only field. So for inquiry date, we can add a value here and we can retrieve from model.inquiryHeader.inquiryDate. And we can convert this to a short date string. This looks good, but we can also add validations to these input properties since they are required. So in here, we can add a span. We can use ASP validation for, and this will be for inquiry header.fullname. We'll give it a class of text danger. I will copy this and paste this 2 more times here. We'll copy for phone number and email. Things are coming along good. We'll scroll down. We have 2 buttons and both of them has type submit. We need to make some changes here, but we'll come back to this in just a second. We go down and we have a UL and LI tag for product name and price. In our inquiry details, we have multiple product. So we can add a for each loop and we can say variable prod in model.inquiryDetail. We have to go to the detail here. We'll end the for each loop after the LI. we need to display product name. So right here, we can go to prod.product.name, and for price, we can keep a $sign and we'll say prod.product.price. So with this, if you save things and if you go back and refresh, all of the data should be loaded now. Great, you can see it's looking much better. Next, what we want to work on is convert to cart and delete. Let's do that in the next video.